Hey all, today we're going to talk a little bit about some properties of triangles. We've already talked about angle measures of triangles. We talked a little bit about, well, a lot about triangle congruence, and now we're going to talk about some more properties of triangles. So in a triangle, the longest side of the triangle, so the side that is the longest measure, is across from the angle that has the biggest measure. Similar to that, the side that's the shortest, the one that is the smallest length, is across from the angle that is the smallest. So let me show you that here. I have an example of that. I put the side JK next to the angle that's across from it, L. Side KL is across from angle J, and side JL is across from angle K. A real quick way to figure out which side is across from which angle is that if I see JK here, the letter that I haven't written yet is L. That angle is the one across from it. KL, J is the one across from it. JL, K is the one across. So right now the way I have it, the biggest one is JL, and the angle across from it is the biggest angle. The biggest side here, KL, is across from the smallest side is across from the smallest angle. And if I move that around and I re-look at the lengths of the sides and the measures of the angles, now KL has the longest side and it's across from the biggest angle. JK is now the smallest side and it's across from the smallest angle. And it doesn't matter how much I move this around, that is always going to be true. JK is now the biggest side, it's across from the biggest angle. KL is the smallest side again, and it's across from the smallest angle. So if we're given the lengths of the sides of a triangle, we can, without knowing how big the angles are, without knowing how many degrees are in each of the angles, we could still list them from largest to smallest, or smallest to largest. In this case, we're going to list them from largest to smallest. So KJ is my longest side. L is across from it. So that's my largest. LK is my shortest side. J is across from it. That's my smallest. K is somewhere in the middle. And remember, these symbols mean angle. I can do that too if I know the lengths of the sides, even if I don't have a picture. I still like to draw a picture. It helps me visualize the triangle. It doesn't matter if I draw the triangle correctly. I'm just going to draw any triangle, label it RQP, and then label the sides correctly. And I'll see that RP is the longest, so that makes Q the longest. RQ is the shortest, so that makes P the smallest. And I'm going to list these from smallest to largest this time. So P comes first, Q comes last, and R is in the middle. I can do the same thing for sides. If I know how many degrees are in each angle, I can order the lengths of the sides even though I don't know how long they are. So in this one, I want to go shortest to longest. F is my smallest angle. That means GE is my shortest side. And G is my biggest angle, so that means FE is my biggest side. And again, if we don't have a picture, but we know the three angle measures, we can still answer this question. I still like to draw the picture. It helps me visualize the triangle. I want to go from longest side to shortest side, so I find my biggest angle X. That means WV is my longest side. My smallest angle is W. That means VX is my longest, or my shortest side. So pause here and try these two. Make sure you are ordering them the correct way. So this is a topic here in geometry where you really have to read the directions. You should always read the directions, but this one will get you really quick. In this one, I want my angles from smallest to largest, so it should look like this. L is the smallest because it's across from KM, the shortest side. And the second one, I want my sides from longest to shortest, so I need to find my biggest angle, which is angle L, 98 degrees. So MN, or NM, whichever way you wrote it, is the longest side. N is 36 degrees, so LM is the shortest side. So I've got two for you here. You might want to draw the triangles for each of these to help you visualize the triangles. And make sure you put your answers on Google. You don't have to worry about putting any symbols on top of the segments or using any angle symbols. Just list them using a comma to separate the names.